And our first up, 9.1, Academic Senate Report. Dr. Eileen Tejada, President, are you with us this evening?
I am here, and I would just like to make a notation. Being who I am in the world, I would appreciate it if in the minute, the agendas and minutes reflect my title of doctor. I just would like that as a woman of color. It's important for me. So thank you. Please note that, Catherine. Our accomplishments are contextualized in the time of COVID. The Napa Valley College Academic Senate continues to work to preserve academic freedom to best serve our students. And so I would like to take us through our committee accomplishments for the year of 2020-2021. So we've done quite a bit this year. The last issue in my report has to do with the ICER.
President Baker, I'm sorry. I'm noticing, and sorry, Dr. Tejada. I want to be respectful of everyone who might be waiting to speak, and I'm sorry to interrupt you, but just trying to be mindful. Maybe we might want to move Dr. Tejada's report towards maybe the end after
this is the,
that portion of the agenda. Just want to be respectful that everybody's getting time because we're running. I think this is 20 minutes at least right here.
Yeah, this is the last bit of the report, and then and then I will conclude. And I am being conscious of the time, but I also there's a lot that I was requested to include in my report. So the letter reads.
Baker, can I make a motion just to table Dr. Tejada's report to the end of the agenda?
Do we have a second for that? I mean, if we have,
perhaps second. And I mean, no disrespect to you, Dr. Tejada. I just, in the purpose of hearing other folks' reports.
Or perhaps we could have the report added and write in as an attachment to the board docs so that we can all review it again later as well.
I'd withdraw my motion if that was the case.
I don't know if that's an option that we can do at this time or not.
Okay.
Dr. Tejada, do you think that perhaps you could wrap up in about 60 seconds?
Well, I can go ahead and submit the report in writing. I just want to make it clear that the writing of the ICER does not have faculty input in it because of the workload. And I do want it documented and included in the board minutes that we did bring this report, that we did try to get you folks to listen, and that we are really struggling to honor knowing the importance of accreditation, knowing that it's a 10+1, and also knowing that we don't have a...
President Baker, I'd like to continue on with the motion, please.
All right, then, since Trustee DeLuda, how do you vote?
Nay.
Trustee Dodd, how do you vote?
Aye.
Trustee Gopp, how do you vote? Trustee Iverson, how do you vote?
Aye.
Trustee Rios, how do you vote?
Aye.
Trustee Baldini, how do you vote?
Aye.
Student Trustee Scholl, how do you vote?
Aye.
And I as well will vote aye.
I do want to go on record as saying that on behalf of my colleague, Dr. Tejada, I think that faculty voice is important and it must be heard in this venue, even if it's a lot of information and it's not always good news.
Dr. Tejada, are you ready to go ahead and
I am. Thank you very much. I will pick up from where I was interrupted. I just want to note, I'm finished. That concludes my report. I want to note and mark that this is the second time in my tenure is this and I'm sure it won't be the last given the tone of this board, that a white male on the Board of Trustees disrespects me and tries to silence me or says or calls me out of my name. I just wanted to say that as a woman of color, of African descent, it is duly noted that the behavior of the men on this board is racist. Thank you. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Dr. Tejada, for your report. And if I may say respectfully, I am sorry that you feel that way. And I understand that that is your experience and your perspective. Again, I'm sorry you feel that way. I did not feel that this evening's comments were in any way any kind of reflection upon your skin color. It was simply the fact that we were taking a lot of time on the reports and we had a very long agenda. And I would like to ask that your future reports, if they're going to be lengthy, if you could please provide them in writing and we could have them attached to the agenda ahead of time for review. And then we would be more than happy to ask questions and have you point out anything that in particular that you would like to bring to our attention. So really do appreciate you, especially staying with us to the end of our meeting to complete your report. So moving on to 7.2. Trustee Dodd, do you have a report?
I wasn't going to say anything, but I feel like I have to respond to Dr. Tejada's an academic faculty's comment. I'm hurt and I find it terribly offensive to call me racist because I'm a white male. From my perspective, Chair Baker really captured exactly why I asked her presentation to be tabled. We were running up against 30 minutes. We had lots of people waiting. We lost Jessica Thompson, I believe, because she had to cut out early to take care of her family. I wanted to be respectful. That's it. She had her opportunity to present. I was very happy to hear. I would have stayed longer if she needed to. But that was the purpose of the motion. I kind of lost for words. I've never been called that my entire life. But I just wanted to make that note. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. And let's see, Trustee Iverson, do you have a report?
I also am hurt at Dr. Tejada's comments. I've actually never been called that either. So I'm at a loss of words. It's still unsettling. So it was no disrespect to Dr. Tejada. It was moving the meeting along so that everybody could get through their reports. So thank you, Trustee Dodd, for speaking up.
And Trustee Goff, do you have a report?
No, I just want to put forth my support for Trustee Dodd. It's a shame that there was such good information there that is now lost. When you make an accusation like that, especially now, just to throw it out there because you don't like something, it's unsettling. So I feel badly too. I'm not quite sure where to take this. So not a great way to end a meeting, but that's the way it is. So we'll try again next month, I guess.
Yeah. Trustee Rios, do you have anything to report?
I don't have a report, but I also wanted to comment as I've been sitting here since Dr. Tejada's comments, kind of unsettled. I found it extremely offensive myself to be called a racist, and I didn't see anything in what transpired tonight as racist, but I am still having a difficult time with it. So I wasn't sure I should say anything, but I think I'm going to continue to feel this way if I don't say and express how offended I was with that. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right.
I know I'm new, but can I say something really quick? I'm just wondering if the board has participated in a diversity, inclusivity, or implicit bias, any kind of trainings or self-evaluation in the past, or if that's something that we could maybe do at our board retreat, or even look at or talk about, I think, in a different context, I guess, when maybe emotions aren't so high.
I don't think that that's a bad idea. I think that that could actually be a good way to start some conversations. I think it would be worthwhile to make certain that we have the right people in the room, because it's hard to have a conversation about someone's opinions of something. I mean, we all have our opinions, we all have our experiences, and then throwing accusations around just doesn't get us anywhere. And so, I mean, if we have, I think that I don't know. It would be definitely worth exploring. I mean, all of us, every single one of us is a work in progress, and we can always make ourselves better and more attuned to our surroundings. We're all learning all the time, but I think we need to, all of us, try to listen and continue to listen, because unfortunately, Dr. Tejada has already left us. So yeah, we will add that to our agenda. And Mr. Baldini, do you have a report?
No report, other than I too am unsettled and reflective on the events that have transpired. It's hurtful and
yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe this is totally inappropriate. I mean, just to be candid, I think that what we have here is nothing to do with racism. What we have here is a broken relationship with our academic senate president, and I think that that is what needs to be addressed before we, I mean, in addition, I should say, to DEI. I think that that is where we need to be focusing, because this is not a healthy relationship, and we need to have a healthy relationship with our academic senate, and that starts with our president. So I will see if anyone smarter than me has some ideas for how we might do that. Student trustee Scholl, to the bitter end, sir, do you have anything to report or say to us before you just ride off into the sunset?
I too am very shocked and appalled that a staff member higher up would issue such a statement and then just completely abandon the meeting before anyone has a chance to respond. As a student and someone who I guess now is viewing this from the outside after the statement, that just is a very large issue to me, especially for such a large claim, which she posted to all white males. That's just very shocking, unsettling, and just disturbing to me. And is not how I wanted to end my term as a student trustee. However, on a brighter note, I would like to thank you all again for the opportunity that I've been given. And thank you.
Well, thank you very much. Again, very excited to hopefully meet you 2 weeks from Saturday. And as a political science major, you're going to have to learn to take some heat. All right. So, do I have...
What's that, Will?
I said I hope it's warranted next time.
Well, it isn't always, unfortunately.